Hello again, everybody. This is Bobby Mills, proudly reporting from the Islander Football Complex. Today we're with head coach Jeff Tomlin. It's always my favorite, the legend himself. Great to see you, Coach.
I don't know about that, Bobby, but always good to see you.
Man, it's great to be here. Thanks for taking the time. I'll have to look at this because I don't know if it's right. Because I wrote down that this is your 19th year. Is that correct?
It's my 20th.
Well, this will be your 20th.
This is my 20th year. Yeah, completed 19 under the belt. Yep,
is that close to 70% winning percentage, 67?
I think it's probably right around there. I know you don't keep track. I'm not a great statistician.
No.
But we've been blessed with some good kids and great coaches, great assistant coaches.
You win Class A with that kind of a percentage, and you're doing well. It's not like, okay, well, every team seems like they're pretty good in Class A, but you don't get any weeks off. And
any breaks.
And 200th game coaching when it comes to North Platte a week from this Friday?
Somebody told me that.
How would you keep track? Hey, this is my 200th time standing. I would know that because when I stride my 1,000th field, I knew it. I'm crazy though about that. So, well, that's great, man. Longevity, and I hope you have about 20 years left in your system.
Well,
I hope
we'll see what the good Lord has in store for me, right?
I'm sure they're open next door. So, tell me about your coaching staff. It doesn't change often, does it? You might have had one exit this year that was pretty.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
We've had good continuity.
Yes.
Bobby, we've been blessed. I work with some unbelievable men. They're men of character. They're great role models for kids, most of all, and then they're good football coaches. So, overall, we've had very little turnover over the years. We had Kurt Froling, we have retirements.
Well,
Kurt Froling, we lost Mike Shadwinkle there when he switched to Hastings College, but we've had a really capable person to fill in every time, and so I've been fortunate. But the vast majority of my staff, we've been together for 15 or more years. Right at that 15 to 16 year mark. So we do have, we lost Kyle Carter and he was a great coach on our staff for over a decade.
Yep.
And Coach is coaching at Northwest and doing a great job for Coach Stein.
Wow.
And so, like I said, I've been blessed. There's some great men.
Russ Harvey still with you?
Yeah, Russ and I have been together going into the 20th year. So
upstairs every time, huh?
Yeah, he's unbelievable as a person.
Oh.
And as a coach, and obviously as an offensive coordinator, he's as good as he can get.
Two Hall of Famers right there, you and Russ. Boy, I'm telling you, they don't get much better than that. And I tell you what, when you've had him since day one, there's no wondering what somebody's going to do when they're upstairs.
Right, very, very blessed. Very blessed.
I would say so. So, is it my imagination, or is this group of seniors a pretty good crew? Because Mike Sauter puts on that deal where he comes around, and then Bob Jensen came out to school and talked to these kids. I haven't seen a group of kids like that with that kind of personality as a group.
Yeah, this is a really close senior class.
Yeah,
they're got exceptional chemistry. They're tight on and off the field.
Yeah,
and the big thing is they're great role models and great students in the classroom. They're young men of character.
Good.
And so they have some leadership ability. Because sometimes you run across a great character class, which I think we've had many great classes of great character kids, but they might be just leaders by example, but not vocal. We have a good mix of vocal leaders by example, and they're all servant leaders, which is exciting.
Good. Well, they could be good on the camera too and not good on the football field. It doesn't look that way.
Right.
And the center, I always get a kick out of with his haircut.
Right. Drew has one of the better mullets probably in the state. I'm going to say in the state.
He should enter that contest. That little kid was in, that blonde kid, but anyway. So tell me about your offensive. How about your offensive? We went over the staff. What about your offense itself this year? I'm not going to ask you about. Well, I can't ask you about quarterback because that's pretty well decided.
Yeah, Cohen Evans is going to be our quarterback going in, and Cohen was our backup last year, but started at defensive end, which is an odd combination.
Oh.
But he's 6'3", 230.
Oh, I put down 220. He's 10 pounds heavier.
And he's lost a little bit to play that quarterback position a little bit better, but you know, he's a super leader and a
Boy.
very capable athlete, run and pass. So he'll be a dual threat. Bodie Albers is a very good backup. So we feel good about our quarterback
Wow.
situation. They're being coached up by Russ Harvey. That's as good as you can get.
Yep.
And so we feel good about that. Jace Chrisman missed, you know, he had a foot injury last year that really
know.
plagued him, and he missed a good core of the middle of the season. But he's ready to go at running back. Caleb Richardson's ready to go at running back. Alex DeZingle, Justice Hostetler. We feel like we have 4, you know, guys that we can rotate in at that back because they'll all play some defense as well.
Well, didn't Hostetler have a bunch of tackles on
He
defense?
did.
And I'm going, where did I miss? I knew the number, but I didn't know the name that went with it. That
Now,
kid,
when Jace went down last year, Justice stepped in as a sophomore
whoa.
and started the rest of the year at middle linebacker. And so he had a super year, and now he's a year stronger and a year more experienced. And
I didn't realize he was a
And-
sophomore. That kid could cover some ground. I'm going, who is this? Bet you're happy you have him.
Absolutely.
So you're coaching what? You still a line thing or not?
I coached O-line for years and years and years, and now I'm strictly but I was defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Now I'm strictly secondary and defensive coordinator.
Okay, great.
Which is good. Clint Cunningham's an unbelievable offensive line coach for us. And
He is.
he's been with us for well over 12 years, going on probably 14, 15 years, and nobody better.
Nope.
So that cuts my load a little bit because running the defensive side is enough of a
Class
load
A.
and all the administrative stuff. But yeah, and Coach Cunningham returns 4 starters up front. So
yeah, you
that's
answered my next question. That is great.
right.
Man.
Right. Eli Anson started for us. Drew Haith.
Yeah.
At center, Bryce Free and Jordan Insinger. They all have starting time, and we feel like Tanner Sutliff, Reed Kelly, Zach Jureski. We have quite a few capable backups: Carson Jonak, Rafael Medina,
Yeah.
where we have a little bit of depth on the O-line, which
Good.
some years we aren't lucky enough to have, but we feel like we do this year.
Are some of the kids going both ways or not?
We will have some kids go both ways, but they may not have to start both
Good.
ways.
Okay.
You know, they'll see both sides of the ball, but it'll be more by committee.
Yeah.
Let's do this as a committee, and so we won't necessarily. There'll be a couple kids that log a lot of miles.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not gonna lie to you on that, but hopefully we'll balance the workload a little bit more with this bunch.
Yeah, I see you talk to guys like Guy Rosenberg from Elkhorn South and Crazy Michael Huffman we don't go both ways. And you got to have the depth first
You do.
before you make that kind of a statement because I know it's hard to do, but if you have to do it, you just coach them into that kind of mindset.
Right. You have to play Ironman football in some areas,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
you do.
ours is one of those areas where you have to do that.
So on defense, you're looking good are you thin at the linebacker position? Looking good.
I think depth will be an issue,
Okay.
but as far as the young men we're putting out there, we feel really good. You know, Jace Chrisman and Justice Hostetler, pretty good duo in the middle. Alex DeZingle was probably played 60% of our snaps last year at outside backer, and he's
Yeah.
back. He overcame some injuries last year as well.
I like that kid.
And so we're looking at Ryan Mikulski, Jacob Albers, Zach Cloutier, a lot of guys that are competing for that other outside linebacker spot, and we just need to develop depth there. A third guy in each spot where we know we're not going to have a huge drop off in experience. You know, you are in experience, but hopefully not in athleticism.
Yeah, that's right. Well, everybody hopes for that. Tough schedule again. Of course, you can't control that. Some of the good games are here, though. Elkhorn South is here in a couple of weeks from Omaha West Side. But I don't know whether you read these questions, but did you notice anything weird about this schedule? I didn't.
Well, the biggest obvious glaring difference is Kearney's not opener.
That's the big one, and
You
I
know.
don't know why. And this is what, your 5th straight year at Kearney, or 4th straight year?
Yeah, we've been.
I don't understand that. There's been mess ups with
Yeah,
COVID.
Yeah, we had a lot of question marks about that one. We'll just leave that one unsaid. And
Well, yeah.
can't,
Anything? Huh?
can't control what we can't control, but it was. I didn't necessarily feel like we had to play them in the opener all the
no,
time,
it's
and,
just
and we're
tradition.
fine not playing them in the opener. I just thought it was odd week 6, but hey, it's going to be a great game for both communities and both schools, as it always is. And
You've beaten them
and,
there before.
North Platte, great school. And
Yeah.
then it returned a lot of really good football
Oh, they
players.
did. I thought they lost. quite
Yeah,
a
they
bit.
lost Vince
1,000
Genatone and obviously some other very capable players, but they return a ton up front.
That's what I thought.
And the Telford kid, and so they've got it rolling in North Platte right now.
Yeah, good opener.
Absolutely.
Have you noticed anything else about the schedule that's different since you arrived here? How many Lincoln schools do you have?
Yeah, the lack of Lincoln
The
schools.
one-
Yeah, we have Lincoln
Never.
High.
Never.
And I think that's the first time we haven't had multiple
Yep.
Lincolns
Two
on our
is the-
schedule, and where the massive portion of our conference is LPS. That was kind of surprising to me.
Back in the day, you guys played
Sure.
4 Lincoln schools.
Yeah, we'd play 4 usually every year.
It was a pretty boring schedule before you got here. It was always 4 Lincoln schools, Columbus, or, so it's
Sure.
Columbus, Hastings, North Platte, and Norfolk, and Fremont, and never
Right.
changed.
Didn't change.
But because the Omaha schools didn't want to come out, they didn't have to, so. Well, you'd stay home if you could too, right?
Well, heck
In the
yeah.
metro?
Heck yeah. Yeah, they don't want to get on those long bus rides, and I don't blame them, I guess.
So now we're going to get personal. This is a Jeff Tomlin question. I think you saw that. Where do you get, are you ever afraid of an opponent? I've never heard you say anything. I've never sensed fear of, how do you, you're not, are you?
Well, not
I mean,
there's
you
there's a
just
lot of
don't-
things to fear, but it's not, it's not an opponent on the
I mean,
playing
just the
field,
name, no.
It's always respect.
Yeah,
I have a lot of respect for all the teams we play, all the coaches that we face, and they all have good kids. So it's always something you have a great amount of respect and
Yeah.
concern about. But the only thing we can control is our preparation. Let's be as prepared as we can, and then I'll take our kids in any battle.
well, see, that's what I
Anytime.
mean, yeah.
I'm just pretty much at ease with, let's do what we can do.
Yeah.
Control what we can.
So that's where that comes from, is it?
I'm
is it-
so, yeah,
What?
I've got a strong faith, and it's not, there's a lot of things that we all have going on in our lives that,
Yeah,
you could say, that's a real serious thing.
Yeah.
Health concerns.
yeah,
and
that's right.
family issues and things. This is a game. This is
Yeah,
fun.
I know.
And so we
Yeah.
look forward to playing them. I don't care if they're, undefeated
I
and
know.
and have multiple big time recruits or not. We're going to give them every barrel that we have loaded.
I've always sensed that. Did you have that kind of an attitude when you played for Alliance? in
Yeah,
high
we
school?
really,
I mean,
we really
as a player?
did. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
you told me that you weren't afraid of anybody, and obviously you weren't. But your dad like that, or is it just a faith thing? And
I think it's just contentment, knowing
Yeah.
that you can only do so much,
It's
and then
amazing.
you better max that out.
Yeah.
What you can control, and then
well, that's all you can.
that's
do.
all you can. But trust me, as a young coach, I would get way overly concerned about who you're playing, how big their players are or how fast
Never
they were,
sensed
and I was fixating too much on the things I couldn't control
Yeah.
instead of just the kids I have in my stable.
Yeah.
And let's get them ready to roll, and let's make them better young men.
It didn't take you long to get
And
there.
I figured it out,
Yeah.
eventually, and so you can enjoy the journey a little bit more.
Oh, gosh.
Then rather than be super worried and it's
it never
you
helps
never
anybody.
sleep if you
No.
in Class A you would never sleep.
Oh, my
if you're
gosh,
always
no.
worried about that next.
And then it isn't fun,
opponent.
Jeff. You
Then it
really
isn't
retired a
fun.
long time ago.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think that's a very interesting thing, is to be commended about your personality that way. Who's in your district this year?
Fremont, Elk South, Omaha North, Omaha Northwest.
You go to North. Oh, no, your last 2 games are
Yeah.
North and Northwest.
Yes.
And of course, don't ever let Larry Martin tell you that his team's not going to be good, because we know what.
Oh yeah,
we've seen
we
that.
all know better, don't we? Yeah, they're going to be excellent, and they're very well coached, and
They can go 0 and 5.
I think
and
Larry's
get
just a great coach. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I've seen some great Omaha North Grand Island games on
Yes.
this field. Good
Yes,
grief.
absolutely.
It's a shame it's not here this year, but anyway. One more question, dude. I hope you don't retire soon, but I've got a request. You probably read it. Sometime when you hang it up, I'd like to go to a football game and have you walk on the sidelines with me.
Oh, absolutely.
Would you do
That'd be
that
my
for me?
honor. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
The only person that's
Might
ever
not
done-
be able to shut me up because
My
I'd
si-
always
oh,
be
I'd
talking
love
about.
it. I'm going to leave the clipboard at home.
There we
My
go.
sister sometimes is with me, and she's a good defensive stat girl, but I've never taken a coach with me.
Absolutely.
Or
I'd love it.
Yeah, I'd even drive, man.
Oh, I'd love,
Wouldn't
I don't
you
care,
really?
8-man, 6-man, I
They'd
don't
say,
care.
"There's Jeff Tomlin."
Football, I don't know about that, but they'd say, who's that fat guy with Bobby? And I'd say, that's me. But
I
we'd
would-
have a ball.
It would be a dream come true, because that would be a
That would
great
be
night,
time.
man. I wouldn't take you too far.
Yeah, that's okay. There's got to be a greasy spoon somewhere.
I know Mama wouldn't care what she said.
No, she's all in football.
Yeah, mine's past that.
Yeah.
So. All right, now, hey, I'm at ease now. We can do it.
There we
But
go.
Just don't
Absolutely.
tell me. Yeah, next year we can do it. 'Cause
Hold me
no,
to
no,
that.
too soon.
Yeah. All right,
So,
Bobby.
all right,
Thank
thanks,
you, my
Coach.
friend.
Yep,
Yeah, it's
I will
been
be
an
here
honor.
in 2 weeks, dude. So
Sounds good.
It's going to be a great season for you. Good luck on the injuries. We can't control that, as you say. So good luck in the 2022 season.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Jeff.
it. You bet.
McKenna behind the camera for the Independent.com from Grand Island Senior High. I'm Coach Jeff Tomlin. Catch us next time on Endzone Online.